Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today, frankly, I'm done. I'm done with this game. I can't be bothered. I think it's just bad. Genuinely, I just think it's a bad game. It's an amazing showcase of the aesthetic of a decent CRPG with zero substance whatsoever. They've stayed completely true to RPG systems, you know, for the tabletop game, but they don't translate. Like, leveling up 6 characters is awful for such a crunchy RPG, and everything else just misses the point of a tabletop RPG completely by having these, you know, amazing story hooks and then under-delivering on literally all of it. Anytime I've wanted to investigate anything, there's never been an option to. The extent of investigation in this game, in a multitude of quests, including my favourite ones that we've had, ones that I've actually quite enjoyed, have generally been, oh, there's some clues about. And then someone just tells you that the clues exist, and then you take their word for it, and then you confront people about the clues that you were told exist, but haven't seen. And that seems to be what happens all the time. Whereas if I was actually playing a tabletop RPG, you know, I'd say, hey, can I go investigate those clues? And the DM would kind of be obliged to say, well, yes, of course. Because of course I've designed that. You know, I've made that stuff, the things that you want to clarify and, you know, find evidence of. Yeah, they exist in the world, or else I wouldn't have written it. That doesn't exist in here, right? I'm being quite vague, right? The funeral, I really liked that funeral that we gatecrashed, and we figured out the will, all the rest of it. I think it was an amazing little side quest. Genuinely enjoyed that one, but still so much of the evidence was there was writing on the walls of the mansion. Could we go see the writing? No, we just get told about it, and we just have to, you know, just take that. We just have to assume that it's true, and just go along with it and go, okay, cool. I guess I don't need to see it. That's not important. There's nothing we could derive from seeing it. We just have to say, okay, sure. But I love that because it was a very 40k story. Yeah, the fact that there was a servitor, sort of this almost like living dead creature walking around someone's house, haunting them while still being sort of alive. It was, you know, really uniquely 40k story, and so I really enjoyed, despite the foibles. But unfortunately, the last planet we went to, you know, it was a main quest, and yet we're told that, like, there are people being taken from labour camps to be experimented on, all this stuff. We didn't go and find out about any of that stuff. We just got told about it, and we just took it at face value and went up to the governor and accused her, and then she just cackled maniacally at us. You know, it's stupid. It's just bad. Like, everything in this game feels like a waste of time to me. It's just, here's an amazing concept. Now watch as I take 6 hours to under-deliver on that concept, and then again I'm just left going, okay, well, that's another 6 hours of my life and more wasted opportunities. And that seems to be every story arc in this game, just seems to be wasting time leveling up 800 times for a system that is just not built for an RPG, you know, for a computer RPG at all. And the fact you have to do it so frequently is maniacally insane. I don't understand the decision there at all. It was a complete waste of time. You can just have the enemies be as good as your characters are. You can just level the characters, like, fights, you know, their encounters to fit where your characters are at. You don't need to give them a million levels so you feel powerful. You just have to design encounters properly. Like, that's all you have to do. But none of them are designed properly, and all of your allies shoot you in the back, and it just sucks. I find it so bad. It's a bad game. You know, it has the aesthetic and has these amazing story hooks, and it keeps dangling things in my face, and I keep filling in the gaps. I keep going, oh wow, this could lead to all these amazing things, and then it doesn't. It ignores all of the really cool things it could do, and it just does the most boring story possible. Or if it's an interesting story, it just has a character tell you what the story is, and you basically could just be a fly on the wall during it. It's just, yeah, it's bad. It's a bad game. It's just a bad game. I think it's that simple. I think if any of you guys want to play a CRPG that isn't terrible, like, go play Pillars of Eternity 2. It does the whole swashbuckling thing really well. It's really good for that, and it has a leveling system that, like, you don't level up every 2 seconds. You level up when you've, like, when it feels earned, like you've actually done something, rather than like, oh, I did a battle, I leveled up, then I had a brief conversation with someone and leveled up a second time before having another fight where I get to use anything from the first level up. There's none of that rubbish. Okay, there's none of that stupid thing. I know I'm going on about the leveling up thing, but I think it's indicative of the foibles of this game, where they seem to get... They seem to basically just pry mechanics from the tabletop RPG without any understanding of how to implement them in a way that is meaningful or satisfying or fun. And they've just left out everything that would be good. You know, like the story, the investigation, actually like resolving situations using a range of skills, whereas most of the skills that you use, you basically just, every conversation you just use persuasion, and then outside of combat you're just using demolition over and over and over again, because they just cover the ground in traps, which just create tedium because you have to go back to your ship. So it's like, okay, you've found an excuse to use a skill that's in the tabletop RPG, but it's just to circumvent tedium. Well, it's just a gamble on tedium. It's like, okay, do I have to go back to my ship or use 50 medkits now? I don't know. But like, that's boring. It's just not fun. So yeah, I think the game's just bad. And if you guys have watched up to this point, like, bless you. Bless you so much for sticking it out. But I can't do it anymore. I don't know how anyone is watching this. It's miserable. It hasn't delivered on a thing. But I think a lot of it is sunk cost fallacy. I think we've been through so much, we assume that it will actually deliver on something at some point, but so far it hasn't delivered on a bloody thing, and I'm not willing to play another 40 hours of it. I say that, probably 100 hours of it. This game is infinite, because they just pad it out with bollocks. So I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry for wasting all of your time. We'll just play other things on this channel. Okay, because otherwise I would just be playing this for the next 3 months, and frankly, I want to pay rent. I want to pay rent, and I don't want to be miserable every time I show up to, you know, work to sit down, record this just trash game. It's so bad. Like, it's just shocking. It looks brilliant and has so much potential, and just doesn't capitalize on any of it, in my mind. It's such a waste. It is such a waste of potential. And it can't be patched out. The entire game needs to be remade from scratch. Like, every single quest and encounter need to be, I would say, redesigned, but that implies they were designed in the first place. If this sounds harsh, I expect better from a CRPG. Like I said, go play Pillars of Eternity 2. That game's brilliant. It's the same vibes, just, you know, less sci-fi, more fantasy. But let's be honest, Warhammer 40k is fantasy. You know, none of it's really baked in science, is it? It's all just magic and swords and nonsense. Go play Pillars of Eternity 2. It's much better. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Here's 50 minutes of Steamboat Willie.
I won't compromise my principles.